So this question is from GATE 2021 electronics branch. So it says that the circuit consists of a current source driving a load having an inductor and a resistor in series. So this is a load, there is an inductor 10 millihenry and 5 kilo ohm resistor in series. This is the load, and there is a shunt capacitor across the load, and this is a ammeter connected. Now this ammeter has zero resistance, so it is an ideal ammeter, and the switch is closed at time t equal to 0. So this switch is closed at time t equal to 0. Now it says that initially when switch is open, capacitor is discharged. So initial conditions are 0. Capacitor, initially the capacitor is discharged, means that the capacitor is not energized, or we can say that the initial conditions are 0. And ammeter also reads 0 ampere. So the current through inductor is also 0 ampere. So we can say that initial conditions are 0. Now it says that after the switch is closed, the ammeter reading keeps fluctuating for some time. So the reading of this ammeter keeps fluctuating for some time till it settles to a final steady state value. So we have to find the maximum ammeter reading after the switch is closed. So we can easily solve it by using Laplace transform. So if we take Laplace transform, then Laplace transform of current source will be equal to 1 by S. So this is 1 by S. And the Laplace transform of the shunt of a capacitor is 1 by SC. So 1 by SC. And for ammeter will be like this. And for inductor the Laplace transform is SL. And for resistor the Laplace transform is R only. So R. So this is the Laplace transform for this circuit, 1 upon S, 1 by SC and SL upon R. So let's assume that this source is V of S. The voltage here is V of S. So we can write this Kirchhoff's current law. So by Kirchhoff's current law, this 1 by S is the incoming current at this node, and these two are the outgoing currents. So 1 by S is equal to Vs upon 1 by Sc plus V of S upon R plus SL. So these are the two current sources. So we can write it as 1 by S is equal to V of S, taking V of S common, and 1 by Sc will go above, so it will become Sc plus 1 upon R plus SL. So we can write it as 1 upon S is equal to V of S, taking the LCM, SCR plus S square LC plus 1 upon R plus SL. So this is the by taking the LCM. Now we can write that V of S is equal to one upon S into SCR plus S square LC plus 1 and this R plus SL. So this is the value of the voltage source. Now the current source will be equal to if we have to find the value of this current, the current through the ammeter, then I of S will be equal to V of S upon R plus SL. So I of S will be equal to 1 upon S this upon R plus SL, and the R plus SL in the numerator will get cancelled. So 1 upon S SCR plus S square LC plus 1. Now we can take LC common, so this will be equal to 1 upon S, taking LC common. So R upon L plus S square plus 1 upon LC. So this is the value of I of S. And there will also be the S term here. So S square plus S upon LC. Now this I of S will be equal to one upon SLC into S square plus S upon LC plus R upon L. So the LC LS term will come here. So this will be 1 upon LC plus SR upon L. So 2 into zeta into omega n is equal to R upon L. So zeta will be equal to R upon 2L omega n, and omega n is equal to 1 upon under root LC. Omega n is equal to 1 upon under root of LC. So zeta will be equal to R upon 2L into under root of LC. So this will be equal to R upon 2 root C by L. See, you have to compare this equation with S square plus omega n square plus 2 zeta omega n S. So if you compare this equation with, then omega n is equal to 1 upon under root of LC and 2 zeta omega n is equal to R by L. So zeta will be equal to R upon 2 under root of C by L. So if we substitute the value R equal to 5 kilo ohm and C is equal to 100 picofarad, means 10 to the power minus 10 farad. C is 100 picofarad given, so C is 10 to the power minus 10 farad, and it is 10 millihenry given, so L is 10 to the power minus 2 Henry. So if you substitute these values, then you get zeta value will be equal to 0.25. Now we have to find the maximum ammeter reading. So for maximum ammeter reading, we have to find the maximum overshoot of the ammeter current. So because this ammeter current will exhibit overshoot, so if we have to find the maximum ammeter reading, then we have to find the maximum overshoot as well. So the maximum overshoot formula we already know. It is given as maximum overshoot is equal to e to the power minus pi zeta under root of 1 minus zeta square, and zeta we have found out to be 0.25. Zeta we have found out to be 0.25. So if you substitute 0.25 here, then you get maximum overshoot value is equal to 0.44. Now the maximum value of the current will be equal to the maximum overshoot plus the steady state value. So for steady state value, we have to draw the circuit in the steady state. So in the steady state, the capacitor is replaced by a open circuit. So it will be like this, and inductor is replaced by a short circuit. Capacitor replaced by open circuit and inductor replaced by a short circuit, and this is the resistor R. So the current through the ammeter in steady state, I of infinite, this is the circuit in the steady state. So I of infinite is equal to 1 ampere. So steady state current is 1 ampere. So the maximum reading will be equal to maximum overshoot plus steady state, because steady state will remain constant throughout the circuit and there will be an overshoot. So maximum reading will be equal to overshoot plus steady state value. So this will be equal to 1 plus 0.44. So this will be equal to 1.44. So 1.44 is the correct answer. Because the current can overshoot, the ammeter current will overshoot. So the maximum reading of the ammeter will be equal to the maximum overshoot plus the steady state value, because the steady state value will always remain fixed and the ammeter reading will overshoot above that value. So we have to find the maximum reading, we have to add the overshoot value to the steady state value. So this is how we find the maximum reading of the ammeter. So it is a very good question from GATE 2021, and this is a very good concept and it can repeat in further GATE exams also. So I have also solved many other GATE questions, so I will give the link of the previous year GATE questions playlist in the description box, so you can watch those GATE questions as well. These are very important if you are attempting the GATE exams. So please like and share the video and subscribe the channel, and if you have any doubt or any feedback, please leave comment in the comment box. So please like and share the video and subscribe the channel, and best of luck for exams.